What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Up, coming to you early in the morning, and for good reasons. Coming to you talking about a couple days ago, Monday Night Football, Houston Texans versus Tennessee Titans. As you probably saw in the thumbnail, no, Houston Texans started up 0-3, as we all know. Now currently 8-3. Now, with that being said, I gotta say congratulations to my Houston Texans on becoming 8-3, taking firm control of the AFC South. Excuse me here, sorry about this. Trying to steal this thing set up because I came in a little bit early today. So, sorry about my camera. Alright, there we go. Alright, I took me some notes, as you can see. A lot of notes I wrote down on this paper. A lot of notes. Let me start off by saying this. Monday Night Football. This past Monday, November 26th, 2018. Final score was 17-34. Now, I gotta say this here. The game started off good for the Tennessee Titans. It did. They jumped out to an early lead, 10-0. Now they got that lead with 9 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first quarter. And they did not score again. They got their only touchdown again, I guess you could say. Only other score was a touchdown with like 31 seconds left in the third quarter. And that was it. Now, but before I get to that, the Texans came all the way back, and the score at the half was 10-27. So the Texans scored 27 unanswered points by halftime. Now, we all know Lamar Miller had that 97-yard run for a touchdown. But he finished the game with 12 rushes, 162 yards, and a touchdown. Whew, that's a pretty damn good game. Now, he's the only player in NFL history to do it twice. To do it more than once. Twice. He did it in 2014 with the Dolphins against the Jets. Now, as you see, I wrote down some notes, and I'm reading my notes. So as you can see, I got a lot on this paper that I wrote down. Now, the Texans as a team had a total of 282 yards rushing. Wow, that's pretty damn good. Damn near 300 yards. Now, it's not all bad for the Titans. Marcus Mariota, if I said his name right, finished 22 of 23 for 303 yards and 2 touchdowns. And his first incompletion came with a minute and 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That was his first incompletion. Now, if you were just to read that right there, you would think that the Titans dominated this game. But you will have to watch the game. That's why a lot of people don't like to read stats. Because when you read these stats, you're going to automatically assume that, damn, the Titans should have whooped the Texans' ass. The quarterback was 22 of 23 for 303 yards and 2 touchdowns. And his first incompletion came with a minute and 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, if that was any other quarterback, they would have won this game hands down easily. Mariota had a good game. He did. Let's just give it up. Just give props what props is due. He had a good game. Now, with that being said, though, when you watch that game, the Texans defense came to play. Now, a total of, what was it, 6 sacks or something like that total. I might be wrong now. I didn't write that down. But about a total of 6 sacks, several quarterback hurries, a bunch of those. White had a second half, a forced fumble. And then, of course, that was a fumble at the end of the game to seal the victory and the score. Well, the victory was already won, but the score. Now, I know a lot of people gonna say uh, when Deshaun Watson rushed for that 30 something yard rush and got down by like the 20. They're gonna say a lot of people say that ball was loose. He fumbled the ball. Well, I gotta be honest. Yeah, that was a fumble. The rules have changed. I didn't even know the rules changed. Rules changed, saying he didn't lose complete control of the ball, so he maintained the ball, maintained possession when his elbow hit the ground. It is what it is. That's how it goes. There's a couple of catches that was made like a couple of weeks ago, well not a couple of weeks ago, when we played the Redskins, and Hopkins had that catch that he lost out of bounds. I think that was Redskins on the game before that, 1 or 2. And went back to think about when Des Bryant had that catch on the Packers in the playoffs, and we all have our opinions on that one. So, with that being said, it is what it is. Just throwing that out there, rules have changed. Like I said, I didn't even know the rules changed, but it is what it is. Can't go back and change it. It is what it is. Now, to get back to what I was saying, like I said, I took a lot of notes here. I'm put that up again, as you can probably see. Took a lot of notes. Because when I watched that game, I was kind of in amaze because I ain't gonna lie, the Titans jumped out to the 10-0 lead. I was like, oh shit, well, we finna let this game get away from us. But we didn't. What's going on there, Rigo? How you doing? What's going on with you? If I said your name right, if I messed it up, sorry, I apologize. But go back to read my notes. Now, our remaining schedule is this. We have the Browns next. We had the Browns next, excuse me. Then we had the Colts, then the Jets, then the Eagles, then the Jaguars. Now, a lot of people is kind of nervous about the Colts game. Me personally, I'm a little bit worried about the Eagles game. Now, I know the Eagles have not been playing football like we expect them to, but that's the game that I'm a little bit worried about. The Eagles is a good team. Whether you agree with it or not, they are a good team. Now, our next coming game, the Browns, hell, they've been playing good football lately. So that could be an upset right there. They could end our winning streak. I mean, hey, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I feel Eagles gonna be an easy one. Okay. Hey, never know, man. Never know, Rigo. Might be. When y'all come in, please like the stream. I appreciate y'all coming in. I know it's kind of early. I know people trying to get off and go to work. That's why I said let me jump on the stream a little bit earlier than what I had it set for. So I appreciate everybody for joining me. Thank you for joining me now. And if you watch the video later after I'm done, thank you as well. Please leave your comments, like the stream. Also, too, to note is this here. Demaryius Thomas was kind of a no-show against the Redskins. He got targeted twice, but, incompletions and stuff like that. This past Monday night, he had 4 receptions, 38 yards, and the most important thing, he had 2 touchdowns. Now, he didn't get a lot of receptions, a lot of yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. So he contributed, to the Texans' win, of course. Now, another thing that I wrote down on here is this. Now, I know nobody here was alive back then, but 1925, the New York Giants started off 0-3, went 7-3 before they lost the next game, and then they finished the season 8-4. Now, I know there's only 12 games, but back then, that's how many games they played, 12. And that's pretty damn good. You start off 0-3, finish 8-4. That's pretty good. In the midst of that, you win 7 straight. 93 years later, y'all listening to this? 93 years later to the date, the 2018 Houston Texans started off 0-3, and right now, currently 8-3. So that tells me that might be a record that might not never get broken. If it took 93 years for the Texans to break that record, that might be a record that might not never get broken. I could be wrong. It might get broken next year. You never know. But that's That's pretty damn amazing if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty amazing. Now, another thing that I wrote down here is this. I didn't even know this until watching the highlights of the game earlier today, even though I watched the game and then I turned back and watched some highlights today, this morning, while I was getting my daughter ready for school. Deshaun Watson and his young NFL career is 4-1 in primetime games. That's pretty good. Seeing how he haven't played a full season yet. I mean, he played what 7, 8 games or whatever last season. I forget exactly how many last season, and so far he played every game this season, and that's pretty good. This year we haven't, you know what I'm saying, lost any primetime game. We played the Cowboys what Thursday night or whatever it was, Sunday night, whatever. No, I think it was Sunday night. We beat the Cowboys. Then Thursday night we played the Dolphins, beat them, and then just this past Monday Night Football, played the Titans and beat them. So we're doing pretty good this season in primetime games. I need to keep it rolling. Another thing that I wrote down that I did not realize, Hopkins, for the first time in a long time, did not have a 100-yard receiving game. He didn't even have a touchdown. Hopkins, 5 receptions, 74 yards, and no touchdown. And we still dominated this game. So our top receiver didn't really, I ain't gonna say he didn't produce because 74 yards is pretty good. But we all know for Hopkins that ain't nothing. But but in all reality, that's pretty good. But he didn't have no touchdowns. That's pretty damn good. So Hopkins did not have a score, and we still put up 34 points. So that just amazes me what this team is capable of doing. We just need to do it a little bit more. See what I'm saying? So that's amazing to me if you ask me. Now I'm gonna read a couple more of these notes that I wrote down. Then I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. Like I said, come in. Please like the stream. Watch the. If you watch it a little bit later, please like the stream. All it does, from what I was told by YouTube, it just invites others to come watch it. Let people know what's going on. That's Now, one more thing that I wrote down that I thought that we need to pay attention to. Right now, in the playoff standings, as it stands today, in the AFC playoff standings, this is not wild card, just division leaders. And the standings 1 through 4. The Chiefs got the number 1 spot right now at 9-2. The Patriots got the number 2 spot at 8-3. The Texans got the number 3 spot at 8-3. And the Steelers got the number 4 spot at 7-3-1. And the only reason why the Patriots got that second spot over us is because they beat us in the head-to-head matchup. Now, as I just read, the Chiefs are 9-2 at this point right now. They are only 1 game ahead of the Patriots and the Texans, who is 8-3. So if the Chiefs lose another game, they could become a wild card spot, because also too, the Chargers are 8-3, but in their division, they got the wild card because they're not leading the division. See, so we're only 1 game back from the top seed in the AFC playoff standing at this point. And I thought that was just amazing to realize, this run that we're on. And a lot of people are saying that, let me put my notes down. And a lot of people saying, well, the Texans haven't played nobody good on their schedule besides the Redskins. That's the only winning team they faced. And it kills me that people say that, because at the time when we played the Cowboys, they were 2-2. That's not winning or losing. We beat them, so they became 2-3. And right now they have a winning record. They're 6-5. So we beat them. The Dolphins was 5-4, if I'm not mistaken. They were just 1 game above 500. Let me put it like that. I think that was 5. No, that wasn't 5-4. I want to say they were 4-3. Well, anyway, like I said, they were 1 game above 500. So they had a winning record when we faced them. So, and we beat them. That's what kills me when people say these things. Of course, yeah, the Redskins had a winning record. We beat them. Now, as it stands right now, the Colts are 6-5. We play them in 2 weeks. We can beat them. See, and that's what kills me when people say these things. They don't go back and actually look at what was done at that particular time and now. Like I said, the reason I'm saying it like that is because, like I said, when we beat the Cowboys, they were 2-2. Now they got a winning record, 6-5. We beat the Redskins. They're now 6-5 because they lost also two to the Cowboys. They were 6-3. They lost to us, and then they lost to the Cowboys. So now they're 6-5. We, like I said, when we beat the Dolphins, I want to say the Dolphins' record was 4-3. I might be wrong about that, but I know they was one game above 500. So they was a winning team when we beat them. See what I'm saying? So when people are saying these things, it's like, seriously? They don't go back and actually pay attention to what was going on. They're looking at now and what you did. And then also, too, is one thing when I was watching Good Morning Football, like I said, I was watching it. There's one thing that Nate Burleson said that made sense that I didn't even think about. Can't help who you have to play on your schedule. Whether they're a winning team or losing team, can't help it. Hell, let's go back and look at the 1972 Dolphins. The teams that they played, none of them had a winning record, but they had a perfect season. The only perfect season in NFL history. The only perfect season. Where they won it all the entire season and in the playoffs and won Super Bowl. Only perfect season. Now they didn't. You can't help who you have to play. It is what it is. You got to play who's on the schedule. But like I said, we did play a couple of winning teams, and we beat them. Now we started off. We lost to the Patriots. Excuse me. We lost to the next game was the Titans. We lost to. Then we lost to the Giants. After that, we went on a run. We're winning games like crazy, and it's amazing to me. So, with that being said, like I said, amazing stats that for this past Monday Night Football. With 9 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first quarter, the Titans was up 10-0. Looked like they was on a roll. Looked like they was just gonna blow us out the water. But they did not score again. They only scored after that. What came with 31 seconds left in the third quarter where they got a touchdown. But at the half, the Texans was up 27-10. So we scored 27 unanswered points to come back and take a commanding lead. Lamar Miller rushed for that 97-yard touchdown. That was the second time he done that. In 2014, he did it when he was with the Dolphins, and he did it against the Jets. And he's the only player in NFL history to do that twice. Nobody else has ever done that. So the Houston Texans are setting NFL records. If y'all remember a couple of seasons ago, J.J. Watt became the only NFL player in history to record 20 or more sacks in 2 different seasons. Nobody else has ever done that. Michael Strahan never done it. Lawrence Taylor never done it. Reggie White never done it. Nobody else has ever recorded 20 or more sacks in more than one season. J.J. Watt is the only person to do it. And with this record starting off 0-3 and now going 8-3, 8 in a row, we're the only team to ever do that. So this Houston Texans franchise is setting NFL records. Do y'all realize how amazing this is? In the long history of the NFL, nobody has ever done what we are doing. Rigo, you say even if the Texans go all the way to the Super Bowl, I feel people still gonna say something like they had an easy path. Well, guess what? It is what it is. Like I said, you can't help who you have to play. Texans didn't make their schedule. Like I said, I was just quoting Nate Burleson from Good Morning Football. He said that, and when he said that, like I said, I was watching that when I was getting ready to take my daughter to school. He said that, and I was like, He makes a good point. You can't help who you have to play. It is what it is. Now I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, but I want to go over this one more time. Texans as a team, 282 yards rushing. Amazing, 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 amazing. So that just means right there, when we get together as a unit and we play as a unit, it's amazing what this team could do. And we won a lot of these games we won. We was not as healthy as we are against the Titans. Mr. Lucas speaking. What's going on? How you doing? Appreciate you joining me. Like I said, when y'all come in, please like the stream. You know what I'm saying? It just invites others to come watch the video as I'm recording or when I'm done recording. You know, according to what I was told by YouTube. Because I asked the question, I asked them, what does that do if they like stream? It just invite more and more people to come, you know, and watch it. Especially, you know, if you're trying to watch something regarding to something that you like whether it's sports or certain news or whatever the case may be. So when y'all come in, please hit that like button. Don't cost you a penny just to press a button on your device there, or maybe your computer or your laptop, whatever it may be that you're watching this on. Excuse me. But like I said, it was a great game for the Houston Texans. We started off in a hole, and we just showed, hey, guess what? Don't get all worried. Don't get nervous. We've been down. We was down when we started off 0-3. We all had our backs against the wall. A lot of people want to say, oh, this team finally got tested. We have not been tested. We've been getting tested all season. Like I said, we started off 0-3. Then we won a couple of games, nail biters. You know what I'm saying? We got tested. You know what I'm saying? Our first win against the Colts in overtime. You know what I'm saying? Then our next game against the Cowboys in overtime. You know what I'm saying? So we have got tested. Then we played the Broncos, we got tested. Then we just played the Redskins and got tested. Guess what? We've been getting tested all season. So it's amazing to see what we're doing as a franchise. Now, I'm going to go ahead and end this video by saying this here. No matter what you think of Bob McNair, we all have a different opinion on him, and that's fine. That's what makes this country as great as it is, because we all have different opinions, different views on things, and that's fine. The man gave the city of Houston football again when his original goal was to create a hockey team. For some reason, he got turned down, so he said he's going to go ahead and create a football team, and he gave us football. So no matter what we think about the man, thank you that Mr. Lucas say preach. No matter what we think about the man, he gave us football, and me personally, I'm forever grateful that we got football in the city of Houston. Because when the Oilers left, I want to say that was 1996, I think it was, or 97, something like that. He was trying to bring football back in 1999. A lot of people don't know this. He was trying to bring football to the city of Houston in 1999. It came to be in year 2000 that Houston got approved to have in year 2000 Houston got approved to get a football team. Just had to wait for everything to go through, like a new stadium, approval for everything. It takes time for all these things to happen. A lot of people don't know this, but it takes time for everything to happen. So in 2002, we played our first NFL game when the franchise was really born. You know, we had to get a logo and get it approved. You know, get the name approved, because a lot of people don't know this here. The name Texans actually was the Kansas City Chiefs when they was the Dallas Texans back in the day. Then they relocated to Kansas City and became Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of people don't know that. So it took time, and we had to get that name approved from the Kansas City Chiefs. So a lot of people don't know that. So, but just giving a little bit of history there. No matter what people think about Bob McNair, he gave us football again. Me personally, I'm forever grateful on that. I say that a billion times. I might sound like a broken record. I don't care. The man gave us football, because without it, we'll just have our Houston Astros and our Houston Rockets to talk about. But with that being said, I want to say, Bob McNair, I appreciate it. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. May you rest in peace. I know you are still survived right now by your wife, your kids, your grandkids, and your two great grandkids. A lot of people didn't know that he got two great grandkids. He got 15 grandkids, 4 kids. That's a lot. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Bob McNair, for giving us football. May you rest in peace. 81 years old from 1937 to 2018. Man was 81 years old. Thank you, Bob McNair, for giving us football. Now, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If there's anything y'all like to say, please leave me a comment below. No disrespect, but are they going to find a new owner? Someone going to take over yes, his son, right at this point in time, his son, Cal McNair, and his wife now consumes the duties of running the team. That's who's running the team at this point. For the near future, it's supposed to be his son running the team once he gets everything, because from what was said, Bob McNair knew he had cancer and he didn't have much time left on this earth, so he was trying to groom his son to take over the team the last couple of months. So that's who running the team. Who has more operation on the team? His son, Cal McNair, and his wife is now partial owner as well too. Excuse me. Now, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Leave me a comment below. Please like the stream. This is your boy Man Up. I'm finna go ahead and chunk the deuce. I'll holler at y'all. Let's get ready for Sunday when we play them Browns. Peace. Thank y'all. Thank you, Riviera, for joining me. Mr. Luke is speaking. Thank you for joining me as well. You have a good one. I'm out.